What's up, my fellow bro gamers? Mr. J313 here from Bro Gaming Official, and on today's video we're going to be going over my impressions of E3 since we're getting down to the end of it. So I want to go over what I thought about it, all of the conferences that I watched, the streams, all of the gameplay, the new Xbox One X, as well as all of the games coming out. I will mostly be going over the Xbox E3 conference, but I will be touching up on some PC games as well as the Sony conference. I won't be going over really any Nintendo games or anything other than that. So without further ado, let's kick this off. But first, this is not our 100 sub podcast. I just want to be clear right now. Thank you all so much for 100 subs, but this is not our podcast. Brian is just now getting back from AT, and we will be doing that video most likely next Friday. We've got to get together and go over a few things and figure out what questions we're going to go over and all of the things we want to talk about. We want to iron everything out so that we can stay on schedule and keep the video to around 20-30 minutes. That's probably what I'm thinking, but it may change. But we have some things to go over and just iron out so that we know what exactly we're going to be talking about on that podcast, because we haven't been able to really go over that since he's been gone for the past 2 weeks. So that's where we're at on the podcast. But I just want to thank you all once again for getting us to 100 subs. Next up is Road to 500. I know we can do it, guys. Let's get there. So, E3 2017. I watched all of the Xbox E3, Microsoft's press conference. I did get to see all of it, the new Xbox One X. So what do you guys think about that? They released the release date as well as an official price, all of the specs, showed off some games playing on it, as well as letting some people, test it out with some new games on the floor. So, if you guys were actually able to attend E3, let me know what you thought of it, as well as your thoughts on E3 this year. Now, real quick, I will be going over the Microsoft and Sony press conference. I don't want anyone in the comments talking about who had a better conference or any shitposting, flaming, cancerous comments down below, because I will delete them, and if it gets too crazy, then I'm going to disable comments altogether, and I don't want to have to do that because I really want to hear what you guys thought about E3 with all of the exclusives and other games that you're hyped about. So let's kick it off with some games. So it has been a long time coming, almost 6 years. I've been watching and waiting for this game, anything I could get on it, Fortnite. So for those of you who don't know, definitely go check out some gameplay of Fortnite. It is going to be a free-to-play on PC and Xbox next year, early 2018. Oh my god, I am so excited for some Fortnite. I have been watching it, I've been waiting. I never got to actually get into a closed testing period for it whenever I was back playing on PC. But now we can actually pre-order it. There will be an early access. Early access starts July 25th. But you can pre-order early access to get some little extra goodies. And the early access will be July 21st. Now, I'm going to have a link down in the description to Fortnite's website to where you can check out all of the pre-orders. There are 4 different editions ranging from $39.99 to $149.99. So definitely big gap there. But there are some big exclusives that range from whatever edition you decide to purchase if you would want to purchase into early access. So, moving on from Fortnite, super hyped about that. We have some AAA titles to talk about. Destiny 2, Call of Duty World War II, and Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, I know there was a big live stream of Battlefront 2, as well as a lot more gameplay coming from other channels from Battlefront 2, and it looks great. We're really excited for that, especially with the announcement that all future DLC for it will be free. We're very excited for that. And I had to tune into the Sony press conference to check out some Destiny 2 and Call of Duty World War II gameplay and the new trailers they had on it, and they looked amazing. We are so excited. So the Destiny 2 beta is the next new thing we're going to be bringing to the channel. So to go over this real quick, I've seen there some confusion on the beta and how it's actually going to work. The Destiny 2 beta will launch on July 18th for PlayStation pre-orders. On July 19th, it will launch for Xbox pre-orders. On July 21st, it will open for consoles, Xbox and PlayStation, and run until the 23rd. You PC guys out there, I'm sorry to tell you, you will have to wait until August to get the beta, but I don't believe there will be a pre-order open extra time for PC players. I'm not sure. They haven't said there will be, so I don't know, but they did move the release date up to September 6th from September 8th, and PC will get a release date in, I believe, October. So there is definitely going to be a gap there for PC, but they are ironing everything out to make sure it will run perfect on PC. And, you know, that's not always a bad thing, but we'll just have to wait and see how it launches on PC to see if the wait was worth. So, moving on from those three, there's not really much to be said. We are definitely bringing them to the channel. Very hyped about all three of them. Next would be Crackdown 3. That's something that, because of its timing, you know, I'm a pretty big Crackdown fan, but because of its timing coming out in between Call of Duty World War II and Star Wars Battlefront 2, you know, we're not really sure if we're going to bring it. Or, well, you know, I imagine we will, but it won't be anywhere near its release date because of all this content that we're going to be bringing. But it's something that we're pretty interested in bringing. Another thing, the actual next game would have been Agents of Mayhem. So for any of you Saints Row fans out there, you know exactly what this is. It is basically the next Saints Row, although it is not Saints Row. It looks and probably feels a lot like Saints Row, but it has some new kind of features for it. And a big reason that I don't really think it'll be coming to the channel, I don't want to say yes or no, but it is single player only, so we're not sure on it yet. We'll figure that out, and we'll get back to you guys on that if we're going to bring it to the channel. But it looks pretty good. If you guys are wondering how I'm getting all my infos, I actually have on my phone all the notes I wrote down from watching all these streams. I put down all the games that we should be interested in bringing to the channel. But if there's anything else that I don't go over in the video, let us know down in the comments what you're really interested in and what you think you would love to see on our channel. So next up on the list is actually an Xbox exclusive, Anthem. So for those of you who got to see it, I would imagine all of you did see it. Anthem is a new Xbox exclusive, Xbox PC exclusive, coming spring 2018. I could be wrong. It's sometime next year. I think early next year. I cannot remember for sure, but oh, I see so many combinations of games in that. Destiny, Borderlands, Warframe. I see some really good games that have all just mixed together to make Anthem, and it looks so good. I'm very excited to see where they take it, and I'm really hoping for a beta sometime this year. So, next up, early 2018, speaking of early 2018, is Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2. They'll probably have a pretty close launch window between, but we will definitely be getting both and bringing them both to the channel. We are so hyped for those. I've been watching so much Sea of Thieves gameplay, and that's something definitely we're going to be looking to our subscribers to actually, who are on Xbox, we're going to be looking for you guys to join our pirate crew and set sail and plunder the seas. So definitely be ready for that whenever we get a beta or a launch date for it, because it's definitely something we're going to be putting on the channel and playing a lot of. After that, PlayerUnknown Battleground. We don't know an official date. If you actually know the official date, not think, I've heard a lot of different people say it's November, it's December. I don't know if anyone actually knows an official release date for Xbox, but PlayerUnknown Battleground was a big reason we were going to make a jump to PC gaming. And that's not just it. You know, there's Arma 3, DayZ, and quite a few other games that we were looking to play on PC. But since PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is coming to Xbox, and with timing, money issues, and all of this other content coming to Xbox, we're not sure if or when we will be making the jump over to PC. So that is getting pushed back for us a bit. So PlayerUnknown Battleground coming to Xbox was a huge announcement for us. We were very excited for it and really, really excited to see when it's actually going to drop on Xbox, as well as they actually showed off some new game modes, a zombie horde mode as well as a single player mode. These modes, I don't believe they showed off at E3 at all. I actually saw this on a post on Facebook, so definitely, guys, be on the lookout for those if you haven't seen them. After that, there are a few other notable mentions. The Darwin Project, a 6-player free-for-all Hunger Games. I'm not sure on a release date for that. There was just a very little bit of it shown off at E3, as well as another game called Code Vein. I honestly don't know a lot about it or the developing team making it, but it really reminds me of Dark Souls with a more of a I guess a grungy kind of feel to it. If you could get any more dark and deep than Dark Souls, that's really what it makes me think of. And Brian, being a huge Souls fan, bringing me into Dark Souls 3, we actually have a Dark Souls 3 Let's Play playlist. Is more of the best moments than a Let's Play, but I will have a link down in the description if you guys want to check out that playlist. It was a ton of fun, my first Souls game. So we're going to be looking at that game and seeing what we can see from it. Other than that, there were a few others. A Way Out, a newer game, a co-op, forcing split screen. You know, some people might not like that, but honestly, I kind of think it's a pretty cool idea. Kind of going back to couch gaming, and honestly, whenever that game does come out and we bring it to the channel, we will probably be doing some couch gaming because it's going to be forced split screen anyways. I just think that would be an awesome game to play and bring out to the channel. It seems like a lot of fun. So, other ones, let's see, we have Lost Region, for anyone who knows anything about that. It seems like kind of a spin-off of DayZ coming to PC and Xbox, and I believe as well PS4. I don't believe it's going to have any exclusives. I actually think it will have a launch date for all systems together. I could be wrong. Don't take my word on that. If you know, let us know down in the comments. So, just a couple more. Metro Exodus was one that I really saw. Whenever I saw that, I was blown away because I was a huge fan of the Metro 2033 and Last Light. I really enjoyed the series, and I never read the novels, but I didn't know that there was a third one. I don't know when it was actually wrote, so now there's a game, and I'm pretty hyped. That looks really good. Finally on the list, we have Escape from Tarkov. I know that this game has been here and there, and it will be coming to PC first and then consoles later. That's something that we're really looking at since it is a tactical, realistic shooter simulation, and it seems pretty cool. So we're pretty excited for that. So that's what I've got on my list. It has shrunk just a bit. I've taken a few games off here and there, but let me know down in the comments what you guys are excited for. You know, what games do you want to see us bring to the channel, as well as what games were you most excited to see at E3. And another thing off of the Xbox conference, the announcement for original Xbox backwards compatibility. That was something I was super hyped about. That was a great closer for their conference. And moving over to the Sony conference, you know, you PlayStation guys, it looks like y'all have some pretty good exclusives. You know, I can't really say anything about The Last of Us or God of War because I've never been a fan of it and never played them, but the new God of War does look pretty good, as well as the new game Detroit. I cannot remember what it is fully called, but that game looked pretty good. I gotta say, pretty jealous that it's only going to be coming to PlayStation, maybe PC, I'm not 100% sure, but as far as I know, that game looks pretty damn neato. So, that's really what I have to say about the E3 conference. I personally think it was a pretty good conference. There was a lot of exclusives. You know, the Bethesda conference, I actually didn't watch it. I watched a summary video on it, a 4-minute summary of it, and was pretty disappointed. So I'm pretty glad I didn't watch the whole stream. The only streams I actually really did watch were the Xbox conference as well as the Sony conference. I was a little late to the Sony one, so I missed the Destiny 2 and Call of Duty World War II, but I ended up watching more gameplay and the trailers after the conference, and I gotta say, there is plenty of content that we're going to be bringing to the channel, and we are so excited for it, and we're really going to be looking at our subscribers to be jumping on these new games with whenever we are needing a team on games like Fortnite, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, maybe an extra player whenever we're on Destiny, squatting up on some Call of Duty, you know, needing squads on Battlefront 2. There's just so many things that we would love to start our game nights with. That is something that we're going to be talking about on our podcast. And like I said, the podcast will be, me and Brian have some things to go over so that we can stay on schedule with it. But that podcast will probably come out next Friday, so definitely be ready for it. And again, thank you guys for 100 subs. We're very appreciative of that. So that's really all I have to say on this. It's really just my impressions and some games I'm hyped about from E3. We're ready to bring them to the channel, ready to play them all with you guys, because in the end, we're all gamers. Even though we may be on different systems, we all play, and that's what matters. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash that like button. It'll really help us out. And if you're new around here, now is a great time to subscribe, because we just hit 100 subs and we've got lots of crazy new content coming out. As well as a very nice little video, our Road to 100 subs podcast video coming out next Friday, like I talked about. We'll be going over a lot of really awesome, interesting things that we're going to be doing with the channel. So I'm actually not going to talk about it anymore, because I almost accidentally said something that I have secretly planning on announcing at the podcast. So definitely be ready for it, guys. We put out videos every Monday and Friday, as well as a few more here and there. So definitely be sure to check that out. We always try and post new content to keep you guys on your toes. So for those of you who didn't catch the last video, if you've noticed that the content has been kind of lacking here, my Elgato actually gave out on me. But I have ordered a new one. It should be here today. I need to go check the mail and see if it's here, because I would really love to get back on some Mass Effect that we will still be doing. Do not worry. Mass Effect content will stay on the channel with all this new content. Whenever there's new characters for build guides as well as patches, I will be covering them. So don't you Mass Effect fans worry. I will still be doing those videos. So that is that's really it, guys. E3 has been pretty good this year. I've actually still got some live streams going that I'm just watching, checking out some other gameplay. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. That's really all I have for you on this one. Can't wait to get back to my normal schedule of recording to bring some content to you guys. So, as always, this has been Mr. J313, and I will catch you all on the next one.